tempo was the best it's been all year. The O-line by far played its best game. In turn, Shea looked much more comfortable because of that. I think the biggest thing coming away from that game is we got to finish in the red zone. That's a one-on-one opportunities that we got to make. The space gets tight down there, and we just got to really focus on finishing when we get down there. But a lot of positives to take. Defensively, in the first half, way too many explosive plays. Just too many chunk plays where they're just, and it's just us being a little bit out of position here and there. I thought at halftime they did a really good job of challenging those guys. Didn't change anything schematically, but they came out and they were much more focused and they played better. I think there's a lot of positives you can take from there, but just too many MAs, mental errors and alignment issues in the first half, and it cost us. Injury-wise, Ty Quick will probably be out for a while. Hurt his knee, MCL strain, probably 3 weeks. Dawson came out fine. Sean, I thought played good. Jordan Sims played more, which helped him this week. Benito Jones, Ken Webster, D. Gates were all a little bit banged up, but we'll be fine. Gary Wunderlich is gonna, he just keeps tightening up. It's not a major injury, it's just a little nagging hamstring injury. So hopefully he'll be back this week. It'll probably be a game time decision again. Been on the road for what seems like has been a month now. So excited to get back home, play against a very, very good Vanderbilt team. Got a lot of respect for Coach Mason and the program that they have, but just excited to get back in front of our fans. Coming back, walking through the Grove, playing in Vaught Hemingway, I think our players are excited about that. We're going to build on the second half of Auburn, and that's going to be the turning point of our season. And we're excited to get back home 3 weeks in a row, and just looking forward to this. Looking forward to the challenge.
All right, raise your hand if you have a question. We'll bring the microphone to you. Who wants to go first?
Were you pleased to see the enthusiasm on the sidelines there in the second half?
Absolutely. I was, really challenged them. I wanted to see a difference. I wanted to see, I think I saw some young guys growing up. I saw Sean Rawlings and Shea Patterson come to the defensive huddle. I saw when guys made tackles, I saw the sidelines. I saw it look like it was supposed to look, and probably the best half of football since Texas A&M last year, in my opinion. So I think they started to see what it can be, and we just got to build on that.
Man, it looked like we put a lot of motion in with our receivers, kind of moved them around, seemed to certainly open up some holes, not holes, but some areas for our receivers to find some open spaces.
Yep, I think anytime, and again, when I say be simple, it means conceptually. You can do things to change the looks and still run the same plays. And the more we can do that and give a defense a different look, but still run the same play or run the same play with a very small variation, then I think that makes us better, and it made our tempo better. And we were in a better rhythm on Saturday against a good defense than we have been. The protection was helped because of it. The ball came out faster because of it, and we were just at times looked like a really good offense is supposed to look.
Matt, you mentioned the better effort defensively, but is there anything schematically that you would change to help you guys get off to a better start defensively?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just focusing in and playing with the energy and the focus it takes to win in this league. You can't give up explosive plays. And when we sat down, we watched the whole tape together as a defense. It was one guy here, one guy there. You can't have those and expect to win on the road in this league. You can't have explosive plays. You got to make them earn it all the way down the field. But there's just countless opportunities to get off the field in the first drive, 2 third downs. At the fourth down where Marquise had them in the backfield, we just got to make the little plays and just stay the course and keep working, and it'll go in our favor.
What did Vanderbilt do to limit Shea last year, and what's he need to do better against them this season?
Well, again, I think we can't focus on last year. We got to focus on this year. Shea's a different player. They're a different defense now. We just got to focus on this year. They did a good job of mixing up the looks on him, though. Had him a little bit, rather not knowing where to go with the football. But I think, we got to focus on this year.
Did I see where Vanderbilt in the last 2 games have given up 1,000 yards rushing? Is that, y'all had a chance to look at that?
Yeah, well, they have, they've played, you know, Florida rushed for a pretty good amount, and Georgia really, you know, did a good job in the run game. We have not been as good in the run, but, again, Coach Mason's a good defensive coach, and they're gonna be ready to play against us. So I think we gotta watch the tape and try to attack them where we can attack them. But they got a lot of returning players. I think 7 returning starters from last year. I know they were really good. So, you know, we'll have our work cut out for us.
Offensively, you were getting the third downs, you were winning the third, up to the third down, getting third and shorts, but we're failing on those. Have you pinpoint what was going on there?
You know, I think from the third and shorts, we got stopped on one of them, I believe. And it was just a one-on-one safety linebacker. The safety made a good tackle, but we also converted on some fourth and shorts. He was happy to see us on the goal line, get down there and come in untouched. We got in on 3rd and 2 and ran power a couple times. Was happy to see Pittman. I think Sweeney hit a third and short as well. So, and we made a lot of improvement on third downs, but the good thing that you saw was 3rd and manageable. It wasn't 3rd and 15 or 3rd and, you know, where you're taking sacks or you've got penalties. It's just, it was much cleaner. You know, as far as handling, the noise and no pre-snap, it looked better. The thing that coming out of it is when you're playing against a good defense and you move it down there, you gotta score touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? If you move the ball against Auburn, you get it in the red zone, which we did the first 2 drives, it's gotta be 14-14. It can't be 14-3. You know, that's the key, because if that happens, it's a different game. So we have to finish when we get down there. But when you go down there, you gotta win one-on-ones, because everything gets tighter. You gotta step up, your focus has to go up, and you gotta win your one-on-ones when you get down there.
Questions?
Matt, you guys obviously were able to protect better against Auburn. Who stood out on the offensive line to help make that happen?
I think, we challenged them before the game that Auburn's defensive front was the strength of their team. And, you know, we just challenged them to play better, and they did. You know, they played their best game as a whole, but it wasn't anybody in particular. They all played pretty good as a unit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to single anybody out, because I thought they all played good as a unit. You know, Durante Bolden really responded, played his best game since he's been here. He played really physical. We got after it.
We'll take questions up top.
Coach, what has impressed you the most about Ralph Webb, just the way he's improved and the dynamic that he is?
You know, I think anytime, the best compliment you can give anybody is consistency. And he's been a consistently good player for a long time. And to take the physical pounding in this league and just to keep going, I got a lot of respect for him, you know, as a player and a person, just with the consistency. And to me, that's the biggest compliment you can give anybody, is just to be consistent.